In this video, I want to go over a frame by frame detail of things you things you missed.
I'm feeling every single bullet.
Their ire manifests once more. Do not underestimate this foe.
Your foe?
Sephiroth.
So the trailer starts off with text that says, "The world will be saved, but will you?" Ominous. Talking about, I guess, Aerith, Tifa. Some people believe Tifa could die. Zack, where he's supposed to be dead. Will he be able to be saved and not die, or will, fate catch up with him? So questions. Anyway, it goes on. Zack is being attacked. This is the ending of Crisis Core and OG FF7 and Remake. As we all know, he survives this time. There is some dialogue here. If you have on your closed captions, it says he's feeling every single bullet. Cloud says, or not Cloud, but Zack says, "I'm feeling every single bullet." Is that just because he's like deflecting them and he can feel, the weight, the bullets bouncing off his sword? Or does he actually feel himself being shot in all the other timelines? Or does he feel like he's supposed to die? Like he's feeling like, the pain that he should be feeling. Then we get to cut over here to Bugenhagen. So good. I'm so happy. Anyway, it says their ire manifests once more. They seem to be in the Gi cave, where you fight the Gi tribe and then the boss Gi attack. I'm pretty sure this is what he's talking about. He says their ire manifests once more. We defeat this and we get one of the best scenes in the game with Red 13. And this will be where his dialogue options change. They said that the dialogue for Red will have two. You'll have Red 13 options, and then you'll have Nanaki, his native name options. So this is probably at the end of Crossman Canyon. That's probably where that happens. And then we get our first full mid-face reveal of Vincent. There's so much to go over here because Sephiroth and Vincent, they go way back. Sephiroth and Vincent and Hojo, there's some issues there. Vincent could play and likely will definitely play such a heavy role in the story this time, as opposed to his role in OG, which was pretty much non-existent, where he was an optional character. But now that he's mandatory and he's actually part of the story, they can do him justice. I'm so excited for it.
What am I supposed to do? Their luck runs out, but mine doesn't? I'm the only one who gets a pass?
Sometimes, I don't even know who I am. I forget things everyone else remembers just fine. And know things I've got no right knowing.
Cloud, it's okay. You saved me before. Now it's my turn.
And now we get some confirmation on Biggs. He survived. We already knew that already at the end of 7 Remake, but now we know whose timeline he's in. A couple things to note here. These are all posters that were in Remake, so nothing new here. You got the Loveless play, the Air Music Gallery, I think is what it says. And then we have the Benora White Apple Juice. There's some notes over here on the left side. This is love and something here. I can't really tell what those are. Probably nothing important, but nothing really of important here other than it seems that Barrett, West, Jesse, Tifa are all dead. More on Jesse here in a moment. They show something that is interesting, but Biggs is the only one alive and he's the one that's wanted. Then we get a quick glimpse of the inside of Calm. We've seen this in the gameplay trailer whenever everybody got their hands on that to do the gameplay. I will say Calm is much larger than I remember it being and than it looked anyway in OG. Then we get a real quick shot of Cloud entering into the Junon ship. There's nothing crazy here other than it looks like he has a party of infantry troopers all the way, A through E. They have numbers next to them. I don't know if that's a score or if that is their HP or something. Probably a score of some sort, and higher their score, the better you do, like part of the mini game. And Cloud's talking about how sometimes he doesn't even know who he is, then he knows things that he shouldn't know. His memory, he doesn't know who he is, unreliable narrator, all that stuff. We see two guys here in this is the top deck or mid deck, I guess, of the ship. There's a market and people dressed up. I never realized that there were civilians on this ship before. I thought it was just a military ship. So it looks like there's actual like civilians and stuff here now. Then there's a blink and you miss it moment here inside of the gold saucer. You got Madam M over here on the right side. Some Chocobos. I was looking for Chocobo Bill or Sam, the guy that's in the wall market and Remake. I didn't see him. I don't see him. I'm betting that we're still going to see the trio again at some point. We know Andre is going to be here at some point. Madam M's here. I wouldn't be surprised if Sam or Bill, which I think it's Sam, doesn't show up at some point as well for the Chocobo races. The Haunted Hotel, nothing crazy here. Some ghosts floating around. These are not whispers. Do not worry yet. Another quick glimpse of inside on the ground level of the Coral Prison. Then we get our first enemy in the trailer, which is the Golem, I assume. I couldn't find an enemy that looked like this per se. I did come across a Golem, which is in the Cosmic Canyon area, which is where this looks like it takes place. You have the, you know, the stone, the rocks, the architecture stuff, all that stuff. And I assume they just changed the way it looks and made it look better, because in the OG game it looks like this is weird. He looks like a machine. Now he looks more natural, you know. And then another enemy we get a quick look at here. This thing is called a Gagihandi. Yep, it's that's what it looks like on the screen, and that's what it is in the game now. Major upgrade. I love seeing these enemies the way they look now. It's so cool, but that's what it is, and that's what it used to look like. So a major upgrade. Then we get Tifa talking about how it's fine. Cloud saved her. Now it's her turn to save him. What does that mean? What does it even mean?
Is it you, or is it the pooch? I'm just messing with you. That there is our man.
When fate sets us a challenge, we must rise to meet it. Are you ready to rumble?
Aerith, is there anything I can do for you? I want to help.
Look at me, Barrett. You think I want Marlene to see what her father's become?
Right after Tifa throws Kate Sith to the ground for her little synergy attack, we get a look of this guy here, who used to be named Mr. Coates. His name now is Sam something. So I'm sorry, Solom. It's named Solom Gus is his name now. So they've changed his name for some reason. This is a sleazy kingpin of Coral Prison. He has his title, or his little description is, he is as flamboyant as he is smooth talking. And this seems to be their discussion of who's going to race in the Chocobo race to get out. Then we got our first official voice sound look clip of Dio talking about a challenge. So it looks like there's going to be a little mini game here of Dio and Cloud fighting. Real quick glimpse here. It looks like they're about to show off, do some sort of mini game. Then we got our first look at Sid. Oh, he looks so good. If you look in the back there, we get our first little look at the tiny Bronco before its issues. Oh, Sid looks so good, dude. Looks so good. Then we get some summons. We get Titan, who looks sick. We get Phoenix right here. Phoenix looks amazing. We get another enemy here. For Titan, I can't really tell who Titan's fighting. It doesn't ever show. As for Phoenix, there's a enemy right here that I think there could be 3 enemies, but I'm fairly certain this would be a flat beat. This appeared at the gold saucer area. It looks like it could be that with the tail and the feathers. If not that, it could be a zoo. This was in the Mount Nebel area, or the Tunadu. This was in the Woodlands area and the Icicle area. And then we get our first look at Bahamut Arise, a new summon that's just for Rebirth, I'm sorry. And this summon is fighting what looked to be, and what I'm fairly certain is a dual horn. These enemies are in the Woodlands area, which was in between like the Junon and Gongaga area. And then we get a look at the heartbreaking scene that's going to take place between Dine and Barrett, talking about how how he doesn't want Marlene to see him like this, how he's a monster pretty much. He's just disgusted with himself and everything like that. It's just going to be crazy.
Promise not to tell? When she wakes up, a scary man is gonna kill her. strength.
Then we get Marlene talking to Zack with a Mako poisoned Cloud still just being dragged along all of Midgar, it seems. Marlene says something very interesting here. She says that when she wakes up, a scary man is going to kill her. Obviously, this seems to be Marlene talking about Aerith and Sephiroth. But how and when does this take place? Because one of the other trailers showed the whole party, minus Cloud, dead, dying, being carried out by Shinra. Either they weren't dead, they were just incapacitated, and they somehow escaped or rescued someone, somehow rescued Aerith. Maybe Biggs and Zack go in and get Aerith out, and she's in a coma. Aerith or Marlene has a vision of that scene, you know, of that scene. And she knows what's going to happen, and she doesn't want it to happen. So either that's what's going on, or there's some other stuff going on, and there's some more timeline stuff, because I was under the impression that Aerith was gone in Zack's timeline. So now we get a look at the theme song. That's what this whole trailer was leading up to and was about. This song is performed by Lauren Allred. She is the one that sung Never Enough, or I guess wrote Never Enough from The Greatest Showman. A really good song, really good movie. This song was written by Nobuo Uematsu. There's a quick little thing here that is glanced over. The trailer doesn't mention it, doesn't care. It wants us to miss it. No one missed it, I don't think. This is Jessie, and she's also alive. You're telling me that if she's alive in Zack's timeline, or our timeline for that matter, after Platefall, she just left and went to the Gold Saucer and just dropped everything? I don't think so. In the little blog post here that Square Enix released, they did have this one quick little line. It says, thanks to the latest in VR technology, the Gold Saucer's Golden Theater brings this play to life like never before. So some people think that this is just inside the VR. I believe they're talking about this scene. This is all fake. Like, they're doing the play inside of the VR, and it gives them the ability to, like, you know, attack each other, not really hurt each other, dress up. It gives Barrett this sick Demon King outfit, blacked out red, and a Jester Kate Sith, which that's just a hat, but it's whatever. And then Cloud looks like his Final Fantasy 16 Clive, so that's cool. But I'm pretty sure the play is taking place inside of the VR. The Jessie thing, I have no idea what that could be. Then we get a glimpse of Aerith being consoled or scared or something, and you know, Cloud's holding her. They're leaning very heavily toward the Aerith and Cloud connections being canon, because in Remake there was that scene where you get Tifa, Barrett, or Aerith as the person talking to outside of Elmira or Aerith's house, and I'm pretty sure the Aerith dialogue was the canon one, and it seems that the date scene here is probably going to be the canon version of events. Barrett in his sick outfit here, you know, this is part of the play. They're not actually attacking each other. They're in the Gold Saucer, they're in the VR as, you know, the bad guy Demon King Bahamut dude trying to capture Princess Rosa, which is Aerith, or whoever. They did say that depending on who you go on a date with here, the person playing Rosa may change. So that has me wondering, if you go on a date with Barrett, is Barrett Princess Rosa? So would that put Tifa, Aerith, or Yuffie in the Demon King outfit? that would be great. That'd be great. Let me get a quick little look here at Vincent and his little area. We got a potion machine here. This thing, I don't know what this is. I feel like I've seen it in another trailer. So if you guys know what this is, let me know, because I have no idea. It looks like some sort of puzzle, honestly, because it looks like there's these little orbs are on a picture here. I don't know what that could be. I'm gonna look at Bugenhagen in red, young Cloud, Sephiroth when he burns down the village, and again the date scene with Aerith. Leaning very heavily on the date scene being canon with Aerith. Then we get our little look at Yuffie dressed up, but not Aerith and Tifa, which I find interesting. I guess she's just dressed up for the event and they didn't get a chance to get dressed up. I'm sure we'll find out more about that later. Sid leaving. This is interesting. I noticed something here that doesn't make sense, at least right now. So this is behind Rocket Town. I guess they got like a little air pad, launch pad behind Rocket Town for the Tiny Bronco. This looks like the little tower for the rocket. But in OG, this is the party are fleeing from Shinra and Rufus and all them. Then they get on Tiny Bronco, leave. Bronco breaks down. then it becomes a boat of some sort, but I don't see anybody here. So this must be a cave back here that leads to this area, and they're probably about to, you know, I bet the Shinra troops are going to pop out here at some point with Rufus, maybe shoot at it, try to take it down. Then we get a glimpse of knocked out, unconscious, comatose Aerith here in Zack's timeline. So this is interesting. I thought she was dead here. She was dead. How is she here if she was taken by Shinra in the other trailer? Does that happen later? Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna play out. I have no idea how this is gonna play out. I've got no ideas. I need to think about that some more. Then we get this. I don't think this is when it happens. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't think this is when it happens. There are whispers behind her and black feathers, obviously, so Sephiroth is around. And something or someone's going to intervene, and we're going to get faked out. This isn't where it happens. There's no way. They're going to have to keep that shock factor, right? So this is going to happen later. Preferably, it'd be really cool, and I really hope they do it, where Sephiroth takes control of Cloud and gets like actually into him, because in OG he beats the crap out of Aerith. I hope he goes through with it, and Cloud is the one that does it, and she knows it's going to happen. And she's okay with it, but Cloud can't stop. The party doesn't know. They can't stop him. And then he has to live with the guilt of that. That's how I'd like to see it go down. Will it? I don't know. I'm down for whatever they want to do. I'm down. That's just what I think is going to happen. And she's asking for strength from the planet, maybe from her other self in Zack's timeline. Who knows? Who knows? All right, but if you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the breakdown, be sure to like, subscribe for more content like this. I break down every single Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer that drops, so you do not want to miss those. I'll be talking about anything and everything that comes out as far as news goes. Look forward to all that. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.